It's like, well, they killed Shep and they just don't want to tell me.
Hey, always
Oh
the
no.
fun. Always. It would have been a sad day indeed. Indeed. So hello friends. We are back. It's only been a week since we played last, but it's summertime, so we squeeze in a session whenever we can, with people getting sick and injuring themselves, the occasional holiday or vacation, or let's hope that nobody has any more sicknesses, all kinds of bugs going around, and sinusitis, gremlins and imps and homunculi in the system knocking out, you know, internet capabilities and wireless connectivity and weather, strange freak electrical storms. So, if we can squeeze 2 weeks in back to back, by gum, we're going to do it because why not? And I do like to catch up for a few minutes with these good players. We've been playing together for a long time now, but it's good to see what's going on in everybody's life and learn a little bit more about them and all that good stuff. It's all good. So let's see. Let's go in reverse order today. I'm gonna thank Nightsteed and my other players for the little bits of artwork that they do provide me. It's always fun. By the time we finished playing a week ago, there was a little shot of poor Ava hopping on one leg, holding her sore toe, where she tried to kick over a brazier. Huh, see that? A brazier
Yeah,
of hot
no.
coals, and hurt her poor little toesy. So these little back of the napkin sketches and drawings and sims and character art, cartoons, black and white. Some come to me as kind of like the shapes of the human body with the lines, representing certain planes, and then the next one I'll get will have some color added to it, and then the final one will be one with the little speech bubbles that'll remind me of some of the fun things that we've done in the game. So always fun, and I do thank my players for that. Speaking of thanks, my friend Corey, Dersh, hey, how are you? I hope you find today well, and I hope your health is good. And I do mean to catch up with you. Corey is the guy that ran this East Texas University campaign originally about 4 years ago. We played for about a full 2 semester freshman year for these characters. I mean, you had to do other things, so we hung it up, and then we decided, well, heck, we're going to keep playing. Who wants to go out and buy the material? Who wants to go out and buy the Degrees of Horror plot point campaign, and the East Texas University rules, and the Suede Savage Worlds Adventures Deluxe Edition? Who wants to go and take the mantle of Dean? And we all drew sticks, and I got the short one, so I said, okay, I guess I'll try to run it, give it my best shot. So, Corey, thanks a lot. Prater's Rejects, a presence on the interwebs. Duff, thank you so much for giving us the vehicle to get these videos out onto your Prater's Rejects site. He has a YouTube presence where we upload these videos, Twitch, where there's pretty much a game running on that channel 6 days a week, maybe 7, but at least 6. All kinds of different 5th edition, Savage Worlds, um, Kids on Bikes, Aliens, Strixhaven, Pathfinder, possibly. Some short running campaigns, some long running campaigns you really get to follow and have a lot of fun. So thanks a lot, Duff. Phil Cho from DeviantArt found your little spot on the DeviantArt site where you post all of your little character sketches, and I use them liberally. So thanks an awful lot for that. Continue to call out Phil when I drag a token down, drop it in, and say, this represents this character, this instructor, this person you might meet out and about the town of Pine Box, Texas. So Savage Worlds brought to us by Sheen Hensley and Clint Black. Thank you, gentlemen, for your hard work. Layering atop of Savage Worlds is the East Texas University rule set, setting, genre, if you will. Preston DeBose and Ed Wetterman, the primaries on that as well. So eager to get sort of diving right in here Another, show me your empty plate, and I'll put another scoop, another big helping of East Texas University. These good college students are now sophomores, tried to balance, uh, late teen hijinks, budding, fledgling relationships, their studies as they attempt to acquire a 4-year degree, and of course, all of the supernatural, preternormal, odd, occurrences in this part um, of the southern central United States. Somebody from Texas might brindle at me calling it that. I guess Texas is kind of a thing of itself. It's its own type of area. But forgive me. Right there, nestled right on the border of East Texas and western Louisiana, right near the Big Thicket, this large swampy area that separates the two. So when last we played, the characters had just bested 4 cultists that had done some sort of weird ritualistic summoning to urge these students to come meet the cultists at the It's a Lock storage unit facility. So they did, and they bested them. There were firearms going off, guns ablazing. There were salt packets being hurled. There were silver-plated throwing knives being thrown left and right. It's all good. There are 4 bodies laying kind of between the 2 braziers depicted on the map at present. Right when we stopped playing our last session, Jennifer Chapman had collapsed, her skull fractured by Erica, but not Erica, hitting her in the head with an aluminum baseball bat. I say not Erica because a ritualistic um, spell or ceremony gone awry has replaced the usual 5'11" blonde Farrah Fawcett named Erica with a diminutive woman about the same age but of possibly Vietnamese descent, heritage. Similarly, Shep is about an inch shorter and now fully an African American male, which would explain the different tokens that are now representing those 2 characters on the map. Having bested Jennifer Chapman and the other 3, you find yourself in that storage unit E222. Sirens approaching from the distance. When we stopped playing, Erica had tipped over one of the braziers upside down and sort of flipped the bowl in an inverted fashion over top of the still burning coals in an attempt to dim the light of that one light source that was closest to the garage door, which she has now lowered. I imagine she took the time to, while not locking the padlock, which is on the exterior of the garage door, she probably just flipped it so that to the casual observer it would appear locked, while she did not engage that padlock, locking it onto that one metal plate with the hole through it, which would possibly secure the sliding bolt if the garage door was down all the way and you all were outside. Since you're inside, all she does is affix the padlock in a way that it would look like it was locked, and then she quickly just grabbed that base of that garage door and pulled it down, as the rope that would open it is on the outside, kind of just hanging there for the user of this garage space. Let's see, why don't I take care of a little bit of groundskeeping here? Let's see what oh my goodness. It was a pretty arduous combat, and everyone's bennies are much depleted. Let me rectify that in some small manner and reset those bennies. All the players get 3. There are certain semester rewards and edges that can give you an extra one. Yeah, there's some hindrances that probably, or a curse that could take 1 away at the beginning. Generally, everybody stops at 3, and I get 1 for each of the player characters. I'm going to reduce my number of bennies by 1, since there are more or less 4. I'm playing Erica tonight. She was the character I originally played a couple years ago, and she is working on her pre-mid degree. What do y'all want to do?
I thought we were waiting it out until the sirens calmed down.
We're gonna lock ourselves in this garage?
No, not locked.
Okay. Is there any way that I can help Sophia? Is she injured?
Well, let's see.
Yes.
Is she shaking? As
Have
we're at,
healing.
as we're out of combat, we can remove the shaken status. However, the wound is there to stay for the immediate future. And remind me, what sort of an injury was that? Was it a bullet grazed you? Was it a stab wound from one of the cultists with their long, wavy ceremonial daggers?
It's only been a week. Why do I forget? I think I was stabbed.
Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. I believe Erica's probably wounded too. I think she is the one that a bullet narrowly missed, injuring her grievously. Bring up Miss Erica here. No, neither wounded nor fatigued. Then what are the little effects that I've dropped upon her? I can see these little effects on her icon. Okay, she was vulnerable because she wild attacked, and she wild attacked. That only lasted around. I'm going to clear those 2, and that clears up Erica's token. As it is just a little bit of a distraction. Not terribly so. Not terribly so, though. And I'm looking on Sophia, I see on your, the token that I see up in the upper left-hand corner, the token that you click on that brings up your character sheet. I see that bloody splotch, that almost bullet hole on the right side of that icon. However, your character on the map does not seem to be so decorated. It'd be right around where your hand is that's touching your glasses, which is interesting. There is a wound on the combat tracker, though. Okay.
Yeah, I think her and I have wounds. I know I have one because of my foot.
Yeah. Now, that wasn't truly a wound, was it? I think that
I
was
remember
just
that.
Yeah, it
it's a point
was
of
because I
fatigue.
rolled a critical failure.
Yeah, it's a point of fatigue from bumps and bruises.
Oh,
So,
that's right. It's fatigue, not a wound.
The effects are very similar, -1 to ability checks and skill checks and whatnot. But yeah.
So, if I can help with her cuts and bruises, I will do so.
Help Sophia?
Yeah, I do have the healing skill.
Shep shoves a healer's kit in your hand. He's not going near nobody again.
Oh.
I'm gonna give that a go.
Absolutely.
He changed it himself and Erica, poor guy. He's like, I need a break.
A period of 10 minutes. It's not instantaneous, but 10 minutes can easily elapse. I think that I think Erica is going to go pull that vase. There was what's it called? A canoptic
Yes.
urn with the
Yeah.
head of like an ibis, I believe. Was it?
It
It looked
was
like
like over
Horus.
here somewhere.
Yeah, it was in the corner, kind of. Yes, yes, yes. She will sort of pull that out.
Somewhere.
Oh, perhaps she'll just put it right on top of the altar. Somewhat relieved that the altar is not occupied by one of the four of you,
Mm.
as these cultists look ready for action. They look ready to make use of those long, slender, wavy bladed knives, those ritualistic ceremonial daggers that they possessed.
Mhm.
Um, so, Shep, is
So
there something that you would like to do with those 10 minutes? We can look at the items in the urn if you like.
Yeah, I think that's where I was going to try to go and see if they are the same stuff that we were told was holding the spirits.
Okay. We'll keep the rearmost pair of braziers lit. We will say the second brazier has been similarly upended, inverted, and now covering the few remnants of light emanating from those sort of orange hot burning coals. Erica strips the cultist robes off of two of the corpses, and while you are looking in the urn, she will make sort of roll them up and put them along the base, just trying to blacken out from the outside any light that may emit from this unit. So she's trying to use the cloth to sort of make a light, tight seal. And these lights are relatively dim. They're not as bright as, say, a fluorescent shop light, or even the light that would come from a modern cell phone or anything like that. Shep, yeah, you look in and you see just a bunch of, what were they called? Oh, what was the word? Fetishes. Lock of hair, a little lock of hair held together with some aged, yellowed Scotch tape, perhaps. A glass eye, what appears to be a finger bone, a set of spectacles, a medallion that looks like a small Star of David, gold plated, a small prayer book with the Star of David sort of embossed on its faded leather cover, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Now I know back when were we had to deal with the Nazi next door.
Frank Mines, yes.
Yeah. Um, we did find out that part of his power came from the fetishes that he was able to that kept the spirits
That's
from
true.
traveling on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do I have any idea what could be done to release them? Does it have to be just that? Do they have to go back to like their families or?
Make a smart roll. This represents memory. Ooh, a 6 is a success. Yeah, destroy them. You think that destroying each of them will release the soul that is bound to Heimglimmer.
Okay, with that, anything that looks like it could burn, I'm going to drop into the closest urn.
Okay.
Some of the other stuff I'm not sure how to deal with just yet.
You think that a lot of it will burn. For example, the small like prayer book or religious book.
Yeah.
The hair, of course. think that if you could somehow grind up the glass eye, the
Hmm.
spectacles, the finger bone, you think
Yeah.
that would do the trick, and then dump what remains, the shards of glass, etc., the mangled metal, into a flame. Would go
Okay.
that,
But
just go that extra mile and make sure everything is thoroughly
yeah,
destroyed.
but those are things we can't do here
You're
unless you
Right?
think we can.
you are creative young people. I can imagine that
You got
taking
some acid, Ava?
Wait, I think oh I should I roll a healing for Sophia before anything?
Sure,
Wait,
we can we can
yeah.
we can say that 10 minutes has elapsed and there's been some very quiet murmuring amongst the four of you to exchange ideas and memories about how things work. It looks like a success.
Yay.
I will remove Sophia's wound.
All
Patch her up.
patched up and ready to
Patch her
go.
up pretty good. You know, as luck would have it, it was nowhere near as serious as it first appeared. Sure, there was some blood that you had to clean off, but it was a relatively thin and not too deep uh,
Mm,
slice.
'Twas just a scrape.
Just a scrape. Yeah, you think that
just a flesh wound. All right.
the dagger was
So, what
pretty
are you
clean
trying to
too.
destroy?
Um, we are trying to destroy the fetishes that gave these people some power.
What are they made of?
Glass and metal and
Oh,
bone.
And hair and
Well,
paper.
the hair could be burned.
Yeah.
We can just step on the
okay.
glass, right? Just smash it.
No, no, don't step on it.
Why not?
Not even your feet are safe. Trust me.
What?
How about instead? I mean, let's burn what we can burn, and
Done.
Hmm.
then, is there, uh, in our possession currently, does anybody have anything strong enough to just beat something down?
Eric is
Something
standing there
That
down.
with
would
an
make a
aluminum bat.
lot of noise.
Eric is
Oh,
standing
that's
there with an
true.
aluminum
I
bat,
forgot.
tapping it against her open palm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that would work.
That would work, but should we wait? Should we wait a minute until it's
Yeah.
quiet?
Just trying to see. I do have a vial of arsenic, but I don't think that'll help.
No.
Mm,
I mean, what you
nah.
could certainly do, take one of the braziers that has been upended, making it effectively just a bowl with, three little
Do a
stubby legs.
mortar and pestle.
Flip it back
Yeah.
over, and now that it's probably beginning to cool off a little bit, maybe you might want to use one of the, one of the cloaks that Erica did not acquire to block off that light. Wrap it around your hand, flip it back over,
Yeah.
and just use the round butt of the barrel of that aluminum bat to just grind, those
That could work.
pieces. And whatever's
With
left, after the particles of glass and the mangled metal from, say, the spectacles, and items like that, then you could also add to the fire where you burned the hair and the bones, and you'd probably want to grind up the tooth. There's a tooth in there as well.
Yeah. If it's burnable, then we'll burn it. But if
Hmm.
it's not something we can burn, then we'll figure it out for sure.
You think
It's
the
not terrible.
combination of mortar and pestling items followed by setting them into a flame would satisfy the conditions, the requisite necessary steps to free those 40 plus or minus souls that have been bound to Heimglimmer, given him a
Yeah.
tenuous hold on some semblance of life while he tries to reanimate.
Let's try it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, you're a chemist.
and
This is your. You do this stuff all the
Yeah,
time.
that's why I'm like, depending on the kind of metal it is, it could very well melt in the crucible.
Sure,
But
sure.
if the heat if it's not hot enough, then we can't get there, friend. Like,
yeah,
but let's try to burn it first and see what results we get. And if everything is well, then we've destroyed it and helped all those people.
yeah, Shep's going to be doing. He'll even call uh, Tante to him.
I was just
Just
gonna. I was just gonna pull up her token. So
yeah, just to because he wants to do some sort of not really religious because he knows that they were of a different faith, but just more of a sense of freeing, you know, giving them their freedom type affirmations.
sure, make a spirit roll, and I think I will give you a +1 on this roll to summon your Tante. Wow, a 23.
We really want this to work.
That is phenomenal. I will say with that.
We're
I will.
working hard here.
I will say with that roll, all of you, with the exception of Erica, because she's more monitoring for footsteps and like. But the three of you all feel many many presences, almost as if you've passed by on a second floor, like open French doors, and your body is sort of feels cool night air blowing past you, and perhaps you're touched a little bit by a diaphanous curtain or something like that. You all get this sensation over and over again of things passing by you, and perhaps your eyes are playing tricks on you in the dim sort of flickering cold light, but you would not be surprised to sense some spiritual forms whirling about and departing.
Feels good.
Mon petit chou,
Yep,
you have freed many souls. They are going to their final destination. You have
that
shepherded
is a
them,
good thing.
she says with a smile.
It is a good day.
Mon petit chou, you are well. And your friends?
Uh, as well as can be, although I dart my eyes over to Ava. Some of us stub their toe, but I think we will overcome that.
She says, "Oh, that may explain black and blue, but you are black and not blue."
Oh, yes. And then I look over at Erica, and some of us are shorter. We had I had a bit of a magical backfire.
Oh, these powers are fickle and unpredictable at times.
Yes, they are. I'm hoping we can find a way to at least reverse some of this.
She
Um,
shrugs and says, "You are still my handsome great great nephew." Did I get that? Did I
yes,
get that right? Great great
yeah,
nephew.
I think so. Great. Some were greats.
My my
It's
petite
we're
triple
niece.
southern.
triple greats, baby.
We're southern. It would all be auntie and
Yeah.
nephew.
My
Right?
my sweet cinnamon roll, tying into our discussion earlier.
Oh yeah.
But I'll say yes, but in this modern day and age, it is hard to hide a change like this, especially when you're going to school. So I will have to at least try.
Ah, Nespa, she says. Just so. Nespa.
Nespa.
Oh, what is your family going to say? They will recognize you.
Yeah,
No,
Shep does not
hopefully it
appear
won't that way.
to be a darker skinned version of Shep with shorter, curlier hair, much more of a rich black than is usual. Lank locks. It's not a different version of Shep. It's a wholly unrecognizable version of Shep and Erica
True.
Whole new
and
Them
Erica.
person.
too.
But my family would probably,
Are they used to weird stuff happening?
yes.
Okay, then yeah. No, you're fine. Never.
Okay.
They're fine. You're fine.
I'm more concerned about the school.
Erica,
Right?
Erica says, "Darling, it might be time for that semester abroad."
Yep. I think you may be coming with us now, Erica.
Which I hold in my greedy, grubby hands.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this could be like a time sensitive thing, and it'll wear off after a month or two in Europe.
Yeah.
But then he'll have to do something about coming back because he won't look the same as when he left.
Ooh, passports are a thing in
Damn.
1991.
Right.
Driver's
If he
licenses
goes
are a
a different
thing.
race, he's gonna be coming back a different race. We're gonna have to go on a whole side adventure of forgery passports.
Oh, we'll just have to like learn a spell of invisibility.
I mean,
We'll sneak him somewhere.
Student
forgery.
IDs have photographs on them.
You
I just,
know,
I'm just thinking when you said forgery, me and Erica just looked straight at Sophia.
I might have like messed
And
with the card or two to get in
Sh-
some places back
Shep
home.
would be like, "You knows a guy, right?"
you knows a guy.
I know a
I
guy
might
that knows
even
a guy.
be the guy.
You might even live with a guy.
You know,
Mir may have.
He could buy his way anywhere.
he sure can.
Yeah.
Interesting. Hey, them
Oh my god.
sirens ain't blaring anymore. It's either like really good or really bad.
Well, I want to be optimistic and hope that it's good.
I ain't heard a thing.
No footsteps.
Not a one. And I've been
Oh
listening
good.
while y'all been flapping your gums. I've been listening. Always got to look into
Erica
the.
being responsible?
She can do it now and then. I believe in her.
She goes, I don't mind going back to prison, but y'all are soft. I don't know if you'd make it.
Going back. Oh no. I tell you right now, I would not make it. I don't need a test. I know it. I'm too small to go to jail.
I'm offended you called me soft, but you're probably right.
It's right.
I'm looking at y'all and going, uh-huh.
Sophia
Oh.
would probably be the only one to last out of us three Noodle-Arms. I have the most hope for her. And Chip, only because he's got magic and Tante on his side. I got chemistry. That'll just get me like prison bucks. Like, you want some toilet wine? I got you. I got you.
Oh. So for Texas wisdom, the phrase "could get messy." Erica would say, "Well, you don't slap a man who's chewing tobacco." That's it. Going to prison,
That's the
it could
one.
get messy. Never slap a man chewing tobacco. And you don't
Oh gosh.
squat with spurs.
Oh no.
Yeah. Shep's just sitting there laughing to himself over the thought of Ava having to explain why all of the prison toilets exploded.
Mhm.
Yep. Some
You
sort of
know,
who mixed like borax and ammonia and lye and what else
Who in this prison
to
is
make it.
short enough that they wouldn't have to worry about the fumes?
Phew, that would foam up
ah,
badly. It's like, yeah, I got a little lye from the groundskeeping, and I got this from the laund they call it a laundromat in prison where they go and do the laundry and wash all the uniforms and stuff. Yeah,
probably.
Eric would
It
be
wouldn't
there.
be any different, really.
Sophia would MacGyver some sort of
What?
mixing tool with a long handle, so you can. She probably swapped a ladle from the mess hall, so you can mix it up
Just
without
scavenging
without
forever
ever
until you make your own, like, functioning. See, this is how it works. Me and Sophia in the women's ward. She scavenges for parts. I MacGyver it together. We have a prison break.
I'm
Done.
your supplier.
Sophia's my supplier. We go and rescue Shep from the men's ward, and then we dip.
That's right. That's right.
Savage Worlds University prison break. This is
We can do this. We can do this.
Mm.
Oh,
And that's how we ended up in Central America.
Yeah. Poof.
oh
We're
boy.
just, somehow in like a Panamanian like prison somehow. No, wait, it was Costa Rica, right? One of the
Yeah.
choices. Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Yeah, we Ava's just like, okay, fam, how soon can you get us across the border and out?
Like when the going gets tough, you gotta come up with solutions. And that's your whole major, making solutions through chemistry.
Erica probably picks up like your third silver-plated throwing knife, Sophia, and puts it on the altar between you, and she says,
Oh, thank you.
"Well, I think y'all, I think the plan is to, I don't know, try to set it up, make it look like these all kind of did themselves in, and
Yes, my thought exactly.
maybe let discretion be the better part of whatever that saying is, and get out of here."
Yep. Just kids in a cult, suicide pact, whatever.
I mean,
Pocket my knife. Yep, that's that. Yep,
they'll start stanking in a
that's
couple
good enough.
days, but I don't see no reason
We can
why
set it up because there's enough of their weird daggers in here, right?
Each of the cultists, including Jennifer Chapman, had a long ceremonial ritualistic dagger. Kind of with the one with the comes to a triangular point. It's sort of a triangle. The blade is, but it looks like it's wavy.
Yeah.
Should I just like start poking them with each other's dagger to make this look more believable?
Can y'all?
Maybe
Sure. Why
maybe
not?
you shouldn't stab them, but just coat whatever blood's already pouring out of
Yeah,
them.
yeah. I don't know. It feels weirder to stab them when they're dead for some reason.
I know we just had some prison talk, but we don't have to jump there just yet.
I'm just gonna go. Is there any? Can you make it like a time delay bomb?
It depends on what I can MacGyver around here.
I'm just thinking, even if it's like temperature sensitive. Hint, hint.
Yeah, for the fire.
Just make it look like they were in here making drugs.
I don't know if there's.
This is the
Breaking Bad.
prime time in the '90s
What
for that to happen.
Do they have questionable substances in here?
Again, I look over at Sophia.
I will check my pockets and try to scavenge a questionable substance. Probably marijuana, because I don't know when or where I would have gotten anything worse than that.
Yeah, right.
Lenny would
Do
be
you
mortified.
have weed? Do you have weed? You imagine just Sophia pulls out, well, I've got some crack in my pocket.
No.
I was like, I will not ask.
No.
Well,
But we,
she does have the bathtub hooch.
oh my god, that would be hilarious. Our bathtub just filled with a bunch. What are we doing?
Mira'd be like, I'm glad that I have the master bedroom.
We're using mirrors. What are you talking about?
Mirrors is the biggest tub.
May I use my scavenger edge to find some weed in my pocket?
If you think you could have some, then sure. Don't even worry about it.
Alrighty.
We'll just say, yeah, you find some.
Because if we did that, then this could just be a drug buy gone bad.
Exactly, and people really didn't like weed in the 90s.
Cult drug
Erica-
bust. Sure.
Erica takes one of the wavy daggers, and she's digging those 2 spent slugs out of the drywall.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah, I was
had,
gonna say, like,
There were no
the
guns
least
here.
amount,
she had a
the
Glock, and
least amount of that.
she had a Glock, and I had a Colt.
Mm-hmm.
Slugs don't match.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, one of you going to take the Glock? No? Good.
No.
She says.
say,
She pockets
the
the Glock.
rock.
That's Jennifer Chapman's firearm, her handgun.
Oh boy.
He can use it better than any of us, I think, anyway.
I
Well,
am
that ain't
not.
no lie.
I have shooting, but I am not as skilled in shooting as you are, Erica. Please feel happy
Yes.
birthday, Merry Christmas, Happy
Yeah.
Hanukkah, the whole 9 yards.
Y'all
So-
owe me a gun.
so guys-
Y'all owe me a gun anyway.
Wait, we do?
I hid that one up in the crotch of that tree, and when I went back to get it, it was gone. I think one of you let on it. It was up there.
Ooh,
The police took it. You think I forget
I
that?
can't.
I don't forget
I
that.
can't reach.
I
most
forgot
things.
that.
Well, all you have to do is just
God.
tell the police that there was a gun hidden up there, and they'd take it.
I
Now-
was busy making sure Ava was not harmed by the guy that was trying to pull her in to do things.
I was trying to even think of
You know,
where that was. It was like in a yard with a tree
Yes.
that Erica got. Somebody was firing at us. Who was it? I guess Corey
It
was
was-
running that adventure.
when the
It
is
was the
Oh, it was in the
the
garage.
bug man, bug boy.
Was it? I thought it was in the.
Oh.
I thought it was in the garage where that young teenage boy was a member of a cult.
Yeah, the
No,
And we-
they were shooting what I do. They were shooting magic.
Oh.
I do remember that
What
because
was her name? Lori Chandler or something like that.
yeah, she hired us to
She
make
was-
a website for the group.
Lori.
For the cultists.
Yeah, we were social media managers.
Oh.
Yeah, you're probably
That's
right
really
because I'm
funny.
not seeing those cultists,
Yeah, this one-
and Lori don't seem to have.
Yeah, it was Bug Boy. He shot out whenever the girls went up to knock on the door.
Bug
Mm.
Boy had a gun. Johnny Chafe had a gun.
Yeah.
Thinking
He
back,
got
it could be.
Yeah, he, for whatever reason, because he shot it once and then I think you wrestled it from him. Because we were over there, me and you were beating the tar out of the bee
That's right.
hives or whatever they were. And basically slitting the tires. And then I got on the phone.
Yeah.
and
Erica was
Yeah,
carrying
that's
around.
placed the 911 call.
She was carrying around
Yeah.
this insect repellent in one of those big pump sprays that professional exterminators use.
Hmm.
And yeah, those bees were. I think they were
And then-
Africanized, if I'm not mistaken. They were definitely something he could set on an
Yeah.
unsuspecting person. And
All I know is I gave the best acting job I could ever give to 911.
Well, anyway,
You
she's like,
know,
"Here, I'll keep his Glock for now. Y'all owe me.
you
I
could
missed my
keep it.
opportunity at one time." So
It's
it's
all yours.
yeah. I mean, it looks like with the weed and other stuff that you've destroyed. The glass eye could have been an ampule. With something in it. It's hard to tell
Hmm.
because it's so thoroughly ground up and darkened brown as it was exposed to reasonably high heat.
And that
Yeah,
might be something else. We just don't
yeah.
know.
And she's like,
We don't know.
"Y'all, I don't know about them manacles though." Like, it's freaky.
Yeah, that's just weird.
It's just freaky stuff. But
You
I mean,
know,
there's all sorts of like Egyptian like artwork and hieroglyphics
They
and
were
carvings.
selling it as Egyptian reefer.
different strokes for different folks.
But put some of the weed in the urns.
True. Can you
Drug smuggling.
sprinkle it around?
Yeah.
I don't know how much you got.
Just set up the
but,
bodies so it
know,
looks like they could
Like
start
a-
stabbing each other.
you can burn a little bit,
Like a
make it
tiny
smell.
sandwich baggie full of weed. Like one of the smaller ones.
You can burn it and make it smell, you know. You never know.
Okay, so I'm gonna sprinkle some in some of the urns, and then I'll just throw a little bit in one of the
This is where they
braziers that are
sewed the
still
weed
lit,
and
so it'll smell like it
Yes.
smells just.
Sure.
Okay.
That's
So
readily done.
we have set this up
Yeah.
beautifully, I want to say. There's weird stuff against the wall. They even had a boom box, playing their
Yeah.
cult
Boom,
jams.
boom, boom, boom. There was.
We can leave that going like at a decent volume when we leave, so that way someone will discover it.
Erica says, "I'd rather 2, 3, 4 days elapse and
yeah,
somebody starts noticing the smell and comes here. By then,
that would make more sense.
That also is fair. Well,
we don't want to draw
Let's
attention to
go.
this place tonight.
we should skedaddle.
Besides,
I'm good for that. And
the owner of this place, he's one of them there. What do they call them? Schwarzguard, Neo Burkhoon. She shrugs.
my list of baddies. That's share. Everybody can see that, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wrote down all of the names, so now we have them, thankfully.
Erica says,
We go into the yellow pages.
"Which one of us is probably the best at sneaking around?" And her eyes just sort of bore holes into Sophia.
Oh, keep staring at me. It's uncomfortable.
Which one of us?
Okay, so let's see where we go.
My cowgirl boots ain't good at sneaking. They kind of clunk when I walk, and I ain't used to being this short, y'all.
Should you take your shoes off if they're clickety clacking everywhere?
I don't know. Maybe might be some broken glass or something out there. People moving the
Maybe
boxes.
not here though.
Their china and their glass collectibles and whatever.
We can steal their shoes.
They got a pair of shoes around here.
They're wearing shoes, I'm assuming.
It's like I don't know. I was thinking one of us is sort of quiet, kind of sneak out there and see what's what. I mean, if
I'll go
ain't
check.
nobody around, and we could just make a beeline.
Sophia got cut, but my foot is still feeling funny.
I'll go sneak around and see what I can see. Hopefully, the coast is clear.
I offer moral support.
Thieving. Is it thieving or is it stealth? It might be stealth.
I've got both.
There's stealth.
Stealth.
Oh, there is stealth and there is thievery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you guys can make it back to Shep's truck, no problem. No problem.
Nice.
I'm also taking into account the fact that you had phenomenal successes upon the second casting of the Dark Sight spell, the Dark Sight ritual.
Yes.
I continue to apply bonuses to sight-related rolls. Lasts for an hour. The combat, took less than a minute, really.
Yeah.
And 10 minutes elapsed. Y'all talked a little bit, but you still have time remaining. I could put you all driving slowly down one of the main streets in Pine Box as you leave this facility. Shep,
I let Sophia drive.
yeah, you realize
What? Yes, I am driving.
if you get pulled over, yeah, that driver's license could be. There was a
I
movie.
know.
There was a
Shep's
movie
live.
about that, right? There was.
Shep's got family. He knows what it means to be
Yeah.
DWB.
So
Wasn't there a movie
the
about that? Gosh, a young guy, you know, makes himself several shades darker with some chemical so that he could take advantage of like a college program or something.
oh my god, you're right. Oh my god, I remember seeing that, and that was the most like I can't believe that happened. What
I
in
mean,
the world?
by today's
Yeah.
standards, it would be deemed just
Oh my god,
irreconcilably racist. You could not.
it's so
Yeah,
bad.
it
It's
was
so bad.
especially the scene where everybody realizes that he's really white, and
Yes,
everybody's nodding, and everybody's like, "Oh, that makes sense." You know why he can't dance and he can't play basketball. You know, just
oh my god, yes.
all the tropes, which by today's
I
standards would
recently came across that movie. I don't know what it's called, but I saw it and I was like, "Is this real? Is this a parody? What am
very
I looking at?"
very
And it was.
Yep.
exceedingly non-PC. But yeah,
Yes.
that
Welcome to
scene
the early '90s.
that scene of
Yeah.
the guy driving, and I believe he gets pulled over, and
I've never. I remember. I
God's
remembered that there's
license.
a movie because it's probably come on a million times on the weekend movies. Before there was Netflix. But
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
And you know that
trying to
darn.
remember who it was
I don't know.
because it actually was a fairly known cast, if I remember right.
Yeah, it
Like
was
the main
surprising. I think
player
like
was.
I don't know. And that annoying
Danger
purple
Rose
banner,
was
that
the
ribbon came up when we restarted Discord, so that there was this little black gap that pushed all of our video feeds down a little bit. I just looked at it,
Oh
I'm like,
no.
darn it, it wasn't there,
Oh,
and then it was, but now it isn't. So all of us are
Oh well.
shifted back up into our little squares that we occupy. Oh, how
Is that a sign
profoundly
for a
Discord.
break?
Your streamer mode is now enabled. Yada yada da. Stay safe, friends. It's like stop telling me that. Just when I think Discord isn't going to trick me, it does. So, yeah, you are back in the truck. Sophia's driving. Erica offers to drive, but she could
Oh
barely see
no.
over the steering wheel.
Shep looks at her and goes, "Your driver's license doesn't match either."
Mhm. As
Mhm.
just as a point of order, you did mention at some point a desire to contact Ari Ben David at the Israeli consulate in.
Yes.
Yes.
I said it could have been in Austin, but my notes say that it is actually in Dallas, where this
Hmm.
consulate
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
It matters not. You have contact information, and
Yeah.
Yeah. He gave us his number.
yeah, I
Yes.
want to make sure because it was only really a matter of a half an hour ago or so that somebody mentioned that, even though a week in real time player, by players
Yeah.
wristwatch
I
hasn't
figure
happened.
we'll do that when we get back to the house.
You are back at the house.
Yay. So on the ride back,
Mhm.
since Shep is not driving, could I use some, I guess, occult to see like if we can figure out this thing that happened to them and see if we can figure out like a time frame or like
Okay.
what is this?
I won't
Can we
require
fix
a roll at all to determine that, of course, this is a result of uh, a failed ritual and the dean
it?
having
Yeah.
some fun with the failed ritual table. But if you would like to make an occult roll, I am in favor of giving you a little more information.
Yes. I would love to. Oh
It's
no.
permanent.
God, that's funny.
It's permanent. You keep thinking of poor
Like Shep.
Sylvia Alvarez. No, not Sylvia Alvarez. that works in the basement of the library at
That's
East
a
Texas
library
University,
lady.
Sonia Alvarez. That stark
Yeah.
white hair that she has, you think that was probably the result of a failed ritual. In fact, she may have just hinted at such. And yeah, that seems to have been permanent. It must have grown back by now. You think it's going to be white,
Oh boy.
stark white, forever.
It's like, Shep, I don't really care what you look like, but this could pose a problem at school and maybe with like your family. Like it's identification issues are serious. uh, like I don't know what we're gonna do to help you and Erica. It's like maybe we could look more into this at home.
Yeah.
I want it to be known that I did not use all the weed in that garage. I didn't. Yeah.
So you save some for yourself.
And when y'all get thirsty later, I got some hooch left.
Oh boy.
Says this
I'm
What a
nice
just sitting.
night.
Vietnamese
What a
girl.
night.
I'm just like, you do realize that Mir's going to miss his weed.
Who
Mir's gonna
says that it's his?
No, I'm thinking back. Mir was the fifth player in this early campaign. I know that Mir didn't drink. I don't recall him ever getting high.
Oh no.
I'm trying to
Yo, you didn't room with him.
Oh my gosh. I
We
don't know. I think Mir was definitely more of a socializer, charismatic type. I don't remember. I don't remember him partaking in too much stuff.
He made known quite a few times he had he had smokes that weren't smokes.
Oh, he had the cigar stuff, right?
He wrote his own.
And yeah. Okay, that does sound familiar to me.
Because he even did brownies at one point.
Hmm.
Because the joke was Shep was the straight laced one, and he was the party boy.
Yeah, I mean, fair, very fair. And the rest of us just hanging out in the girls' dorm.
Yeah, I actually paid for this.
I actually paid for it.
Okay, where's the insight button on
There may have been a friend discount, but I spent my own money on it.
She knows a guy who knows a guy.
Who you know the guy. We live with him.
We live with him. So you bought it from the guy, from the mutual guy that we all know and love.
Not that guy, that other guy.
I look over at Ava and I'm like, well, if it isn't her boyfriend, then it was the little 5-finger discount.
5-finger discount. Oh my gosh. So wait, but we're coming home, and Mir is gonna be confused that two out of 4 don't match.
You've been through weirder. It would be fine. It's easier to explain. Like, oh, that's Shep and Erica. Of course it is.
Hey, Erica. She didn't deny that he was her boyfriend.
Wait, what? What did I miss? Did I miss something there?
You're right.
What are you talking about?
You're right.
Are we still talking about the Mir who is not a drug dealer? Totally not a drug dealer.
Lenny.
Liddy.
Oh,
I said if she didn't get it from her boyfriend, you did not deny.
Who straight-laced?
Can neither confirm nor deny.
Clean-cut, blonde, math major Lenny?
Yeah. Yes.
Sophia's got a boyfriend.
I didn't say I wasn't. I didn't the one you said, not me.
Sophia's got a boyfriend.
I want to just take a picture of your husband and just superimpose it over Lenny.
Oh, that would be funny.
Because you know that Aaron would be all over it.
So what happens is,
he would.
Yeah.
The truck and Mir's sporty expensive foreign-made roadster kind of pull up at almost the same time. We'll say you're getting out of the truck, and the first of you have reached the front door at the time when you see headlights, and here comes Mir pulling in.
Yeah. Holding hands with strangers.
Yeah. He's wearing just a pair of like shorts that are like sweatpant material, and no shirt and no shoes.
Dang.
Comes out and he
You just
says,
come from the beach?
There's a beach?
I don't know.
he says, what
I never saw it.
what did you feel it too? Did you feel this like primitive urge to go
Oh?
into town?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Where'd you go?
Where did you end up going? Yeah.
Oh, I was in Luskin, and Luskin's about an hour away, almost due west.
Huh?
Luskin is the next largest town outside of Pine Box. It's where you would go where the big box stores are, like your Sam's Club or your Costco or
Mhm.
things like that. Your Best Buy, for example, whatever the '90s equivalents of those might be.
That was all of.
And he says it was strange. He said I felt compelled to travel, and as I got close to this town, the urge went away. So I thought I'd come here and see if it was you. And he produces out of his pocket a little stylized pin with a screw tip at one end and a little head of a raven with a very nice sapphire blue eye.
Yeah, we need to destroy those.
Mm-hmm.
He says,
We need to get rid of that ASAP, Mir. That is bad juju right there.
and he
Shep
looks at
said
you, and
so.
some of you are wearing yours still. You
That's
probably
right.
forgot it was like stuck through your lapel or a buttonhole or
Oh
something.
yeah, I do
I'm-
still have it on. That's
I'm
right.
pulling that out.
He says, maybe. He says they are quite beautiful.
They're lovely, yes, but maybe if we
Hmm.
don't want to break them, then at least extract the value.
He says the gems
The
are not of particular note. They are more like chips. He says.
yeah, they may be beautiful, but they were given with ugly intent.